Hey guys, Eggy here, welcome back to another video. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. If you had any planned New Year's Eve, then I hope you had fun, whether that's with your friends, whether that's just chilling at home. Me, I was working. I started work at 8 p.m. We had 300 people there, first of all, and then we had like 200 people coming in for other bookings and stuff. And then we had a few walk-ins as well, so we were really busy. We closed at like 1:30 in the morning. We didn't finish the close down and everything until 2 a.m. and I got in at 3 in the morning, so I am tired. But I'm gonna do the video now because I am just planning on sleeping most of the day tomorrow. Well, I guess today technically. So I'm doing it now. I will forget to do it. So I am just going to go through my 2025 resolutions I had, and then some things that I'm grateful for. So I'm just going to talk about my 2025 and how it measured up, I guess. My resolutions that I had, I only did 5 because every year I do like so many things and I never do any of them. So I was like, this year I'll do 5 because, 2025, 5 things, that should be easy enough for me to do. Because most of the time I feel guilty when I don't do any of my resolutions, and I was like, maybe it's because I'm putting too much pressure on myself, because I'm putting too much on my list. So I did 5. And looking at the list now, I think I did them all. I spent like 20 minutes searching for this one bit of paper with 5 things on it because I could not for the life of me find it. I was like, well, I can't do the video if I don't have my resolutions, to talk about them. But anyway, the first one was to get out of the house more. The second one was to try something new. The third one was do more things that make me happy. The fourth one was to explore more, and then the fifth one is to try to be less introverted. So those are my resolutions that I had. And I feel like I possibly did them all. So the first one was get out the house more. I did that because I started my YouTube channel, which again brings into try something new. And then do more things that make me happy. I've gotten into manga again this year. Mostly it's when I got back into it as a hobby and stuff. So that counts as doing more things that make me happy. Explore more, that counts as part of my YouTube channel because I went all the way to Birmingham by myself for a meet up with friends and stuff, and I filmed that for my YouTube channel. So that counts. And to try to be less introverted, I went to a meetup for the first ever time in my life, and it was all the way in Birmingham, which is like 4.5 hours to get there, and to get back it's another 4.5 hours by myself on trains, and I don't like trains as a mode of transport. So, and I talked to people as well, and with my YouTube channel as well, I can feel myself slowly becoming less introverted, which is a good thing. It's partly why I made my channel anyway. So 5 out of 5 resolutions done, dusted. I feel like it's a bit of a cop out though because my YouTube channel covers most of them, but I did it, counts for something. And then while I was searching for my resolution bit of paper, I wrote down 5 things that I'm grateful for. So let's go through them. My friends, first of all. I love my friends. I'm really grateful for them, especially like the support and guidance and help that they've given me with my YouTube channel, with my Discord channel, with everything. I'm a very indecisive person. So I was like, I'm in an RE over everything. especially with my YouTube channel, without Sparrow going, yes, do it right now, I wouldn't have done my YouTube channel. I'd still be waiting for me to get a better phone. And like, it's a year old, the YouTube channel, in March, so we're nearly at a year old already. So like, if I didn't, you know, have the support of Sparrow and, you know, everyone else telling me to do it, I wouldn't have my YouTube channel. So that's really nice, you know, without like the support. And if I didn't listen to it, I just wouldn't have it, and I'd still be waiting for me to buy a new phone, which, you know, I still don't have because I don't have the money. Phones are expensive, you know, because my phone that I have now is really old. The screen keeps going as well, the sound keeps going. I was looking and looking and looking, and I was saving up to get the Google Pixel 9 in like the green and the 256GB, because my phone currently is 128 and I have no storage for anything. So I was looking at the Google Pixel 9 because that will be a better camera, so I should have better video quality for my YouTube channel. And then I got a little bit of the money, and then the phone, you can't buy it anywhere. It's out of stock everywhere because I got the Google Pixel 10, and the Google Pixel 9 was only like around £600. So like, that was expensive anyway, which is why it was taking me so long to save up for it. And then they got out the 10 back in August, and it is technically January now. Yeah, because it's the new year, it's January. I had to check my watch for the date, but literally talking about the new year, so it's literally January, so I don't know why I was confused on that. But yeah, the Google Pixel 10 is now out, and that's £800, so it's a lot more expensive than the other one, and I was struggling to buy the Google Pixel 9 anyway. And the Google Pixel 10, it doesn't come in the green colour that I like, unless you get the 10 Pro, which is a lot more expensive. So the Google Pixel 10 comes in a yellow colour, so I might get that one instead if I have the money, because yellow is my favourite colour. But again, that would involve me having money. Went a bit off track there. But yeah, the first thing that I'm really grateful is my friends, and like the support and help they've given me for everything. I really love my friends, they're really nice. The second thing I'm grateful for is my YouTube channel, you guys, because it's given me more opportunities to do stuff. Because one of my resolutions was to get out of the house more, because I was literally just leaving the house to go to work, and that was it. Like, I'd go to work, I'd come back from work, and I wouldn't leave the house. So I'd only be leaving the house like once or twice a week, just for like 4 hours or so for a shift, and then I'd come back, and then I wouldn't do anything, which didn't help me when I was depressed and stuff, because I'm literally just staring at the same 4 walls and stuff. So that was not helpful. But my YouTube channel is giving me opportunities to leave the house, because it's like, oh, I haven't done a video in a while. Oh, I might as well just go to Forbidden Planet, because everyone loves a good Forbidden Planet video. So a couple of times a month now I've been going to Forbidden Planet for a video, or I've just been going up to London for a video. So, because for me to get into London, it's like an hour and a half on train, one way, which isn't really that long, but it's long to me, because I try to get to Forbidden Planet when it opens at like 10, so I have to wake up quite early, and I'm not a morning person, I am very much a night owl. So it is kind of long for me, but I still keep going there, because it's like, oh yeah, you guys would want it, and you know, I'm getting fresh air, I'm getting out of the house more. So I'm grateful for my YouTube channel because of the opportunities that it's given me and stuff. I'm grateful for all of you guys for watching my videos as well, and, you know, being a big part of that, because without my YouTube channel, Lobster wouldn't have helped me get into a near mint video, which was like a huge achievement, because that guy is really popular, and it's got a load of popular, you know, comic people and like manga tubers. I don't know what the appropriate term is for the comic people. Is it comic tubers? I don't know. I don't invest in comics because I know it's expensive and I don't want to get into yet another expensive hobby. But yeah, so that's one of my biggest achievements of the year, is getting in that video. I don't really have any other achievements, I guess, for this year, unless you count, you know, me making my YouTube channel. But I don't know, I guess anyone can make a YouTube channel. And then my third thing that I'm grateful is my personal growth, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, 2025 has been hard. It's just been super hard, like mentally. It's just been draining. Work has been mentally draining me. I've just been so depressed as well because of work, because of life, because of just things in general. So it's just been super draining on me this year. I've tried to, you know, get out of it, to like, you know, get out of the house, to get more fresh air, to help with it, which is why my YouTube channel is important as well. But like, my personal growth has improved a lot. Like, I'm being more confident with these videos, because I was watching my first video a while ago to compare it to one of my recent Building Planet videos, and I absolutely hated that video, to be honest, when I filmed it, because I was like, I don't feel like it's right, you know. It took me so long to make the thumbnail as well, because I kept asking my friends, like, do you think this looks nice? How do I do a thumbnail? What do you guys want to see as a thumbnail? Like, help, please. So that was super long as well, and I didn't like the video. It was an hour long, and I didn't intend it to be an hour long. I didn't talk in that video because I wasn't planning on doing, you know, face videos, and I ended up doing it, so that's personal growth. But yeah, I've got a lot more confident in my videos. Sorry, I just scratched my palm with my nail. And a few other people who's been watching my videos have said that I've become more confident in them, so personal growth for the win. And then my fourth one that I'm grateful for is survival, because even though I've had such a shit time this year, I survived, you know? Even though it was really hard. I haven't had a hard year like this since I was 15, so that was, you know, a little while ago. 8 years ago, I think. So like, that long of a time to have a year like this, it's just, it's been so draining. But I've survived, you know. All of you guys have survived the year as well, so it's fine if that's the only thing that you did this year, is to survive, because I can tell you right now, that takes an awful lot out of someone. Like, all of that energy just goes to surviving, so it's fine if you guys don't manage to do anything else this year, and it's just fine if all you've done is survive. So yeah, we made it, guys. We made it to the end of the year. And then the last thing that I'm grateful for is my creativity, because I used to be able to draw. I used to draw all of the time when I was younger, like when I was in secondary school and stuff. I used to have sketchbooks and sketchbooks and sketchbooks of drawings, mostly anime drawings. I cannot for the life of me remember where they are. I think I put them all in the bin, because I got to a point where I was just like, imposter syndrome, where I was like, no, my drawings aren't good, I hate it, you know, I hate that, no one's gonna like them, you know. And it's all like, oh yeah, no, it's childish to watch anime, it's childish to be interested in it, which is why it took me so long to get back into anime and manga as a hobby, because all throughout secondary school, people were like, oh, you like that? That's weird, that's cringe, why would you like that? And it's just, I got bullied a lot in secondary school, mostly for my teeth, because my teeth aren't straight. I had a few people call me Galaxy Gap, so yeah, that was one thing. And then when you wear glasses as well, that's another thing people bully you for. And then if you're slightly heavier than other people, they bully you for that as well, which resulted in me having so many eating disorders during secondary school as well, which is why secondary school was such a hard time for me as well. But that mindset of anime and manga being like embarrassing and stuff, I did not grow out of that until I was like 19. So, you know, it's a long time to get out of that. Hold on, I have to charge my phone. Yeah, my phone was on 5%, so I'm glad I'm watching the screen and talking to you guys, otherwise my phone would have died and, you know, this 15-minute long video would just not exist. But yeah, it took me such a long time to get over that mindset of, you know, it being embarrassing and childish, you know, because a lot of stuff that I've watched is not for children. A lot of stuff that I've read, like manga-wise and stuff, is not for children. So, you know, I mean, in secondary school, I didn't have much in the way of manga, and like the first manga that I read, I think was Loveless, so very much not childish. But yeah, it took me a long time to get out of that mindset, but I used to create sketches and stuff that I was really proud of at the time, of like anime people and stuff. I used to do those step-by-step drawings online, and I copy them in my sketchbook, and I do them all of the time, and I just stopped because of, like, you know, all of the bullying and stuff. But I slowly started getting back into it over the year and stuff. So it's really improved from what I had in secondary school. Obviously I don't have those drawings anymore to like compare it to, which is really disappointing, but I have a shop now for all of my drawings. I'm doing like keychains and stuff with my drawings, which is really, really cool to have, you know. Got a little shop, so now my drawings have been turned into keychains. You know, you can have like acrylic sounds and stuff. But when Procreate updated on my iPad, it got rid of like half my drawings, so I do have to redo a lot of the stuff that I had saved, because it deleted them, and it deleted half of the brushes that I downloaded for Procreate as well. So when I have free time, which should be soon now that the new year is underway, I can go back to drawing and stuff, which I'm super excited for, so I can put more things up on my shop. But if you guys are interested, I will leave a shop link down in the, the description box. So I'm grateful for that, because now I have a shop. Not that anyone's bought anything from it, which is fine. I did it mostly for myself anyway. But yeah, so I have a shop, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think now I should do my 2026 New Year's resolutions for the year. I'm going to do 6 things, keep it short so it's more achievable. So I'm going to go grab a bit of paper and a pen, and then I'll come back and we can talk about them together. I got my paper, I got my pen. But yeah, talking of my drawings and stuff, I can't draw now with pencil on paper or like pen on paper anymore, because I'm so used to drawing on Procreate. So like that's another thing I have to relearn, which is kind of putting me off by myself with sketchpad and pencils again and doing it all over again, because it took me a while to learn how to do all of that in the first place, and now I'm so used to doing it on Procreate, I can't just go back and start doing it on paper again, because I'm missing out on like everything that I use and stuff. So I can't do that anymore. What do I want to do for 2026? I think go to a convention, like a anime manga convention, because the first and like only one I went to, I did not enjoy myself at all. It was like 2020, I think it was, so like 6 years ago now. I didn't like it. I think it was partly because I was on my period. Like, I was so annoyed the entire time. That, and I was at the London one, and that one's just busy all of the time, and I had no money either, so like I would be walking around not really knowing what I'm doing, knowing what's there, and it's super busy, and I hate crowds. So it's just like, that was my first and only experience, and I just hated it a lot. So I think I'm gonna go to a convention. Go to a convention. And then I'm gonna put in brackets Birmingham. Because I've been looking in 2025 to go, but then I had other things I had to use my money for, like buying stuff that I need, like food and stuff, so I have no savings either. So which is like really bad to admit, but I'm currently doing paycheck to paycheck because I don't get paid a lot. I don't have, you know, a good job, and it's really annoying because I've been applying to everything that I can find and stuff, and I applied to this job like 4 months ago, didn't hear anything back from them, and then the job posting is still up saying that they're still urgently hiring. It's like, well, clearly not, because I applied and I told you I could work for you guys, because it's a Monday to Friday job as well, and I was like, I applied and I was like, I can work Monday to Thursday for 2 weeks until, you know, my notice is complete, and then I can, you know, do the full time, because my job is like Fridays and Saturdays. I was like, look, I can do Mondays to Thursdays, and then after 2 weeks, once my notice is, you know, finished, then I can, you know, do the Monday to the Friday. So I'm only missing, you know, 1 day of like the week, and then they didn't get back to me, and I was like, well, clearly you're not really interested in hiring people. And I am tempted to like reapply, but then it's also like, I don't know if I can be bothered, because it's like, they didn't want me then, what's gonna change, you know? But yeah, I've been wanting to go to a Birmingham one for ages, because I have been to like the building. I can't remember off the top of my head what the building is called. I've been to that building once before when I was like 9, because my dad took us to a gaming convention, like board games, tabletop games. I didn't really appreciate it because I was really young at the time. I had a lot of other stuff on my mind. But yeah, now that I'm older and I'm into that sort of stuff, he's really annoyed because he's all like, oh yeah, you want to go do this, you want to go do that. I tried to take you there when you was younger and you weren't interested. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't want to do that. It sounded boring. But now that I'm interested in it, he gets really annoyed because I'll be like watching videos and stuff, and he's like, oh, I tried to show you that when you were younger and you chose to click off of it. And it's like, oh, sorry, things change. So yeah, go to a convention, brackets Birmingham. That's probably achievable. I'd probably go for the November one, because London Comic Con's October and May, and then I think the Birmingham one is November and June. I could be wrong on that one. I know there's one in November, so I'd probably go in a November one. Because not many people want to go out in November because it's cold, so hopefully it should be cheaper, because I have to buy train ticket, 4.5 hours there, 4.5 hours back. I have to buy a hotel when I'm down there, to buy money for food, you know, and cosplays, because I do want to get back into cosplaying again, because I did like it, it's just expensive. And then my manga collection and stuff is expensive as well. I was more focusing on manga, because manga you can actually, you know, hold it in your hands, read it, reread it again. Cosplays you can reuse them, but like where your body grows a lot as well, if your weight fluctuates, clothes don't fit all the time, and I only do closet cosplays anyway because it's cheaper, because I do not have the money to buy cosplay that actually looks like the thing, and I'm slightly bigger than like the sizes that you get, and I do not have the money for a custom cosplay, because a few people have bought custom cosplays and they've still not fit right, and then they've had a hard time trying to sell it, because obviously it's supposed to be a custom cosplay. But yeah, when I get back into cosplaying and stuff, so go to a convention is like nice one to do, and I'm always buying stuff at like Artist Alleys and stuff, so probably gonna spend all of my money there, so I need to save up in time. But yeah, that's top so far. I don't know what else to put down. I can't really do the same things that's on my 2025 one because I did them all. Get a sale from my shop. There you go. Get a sale from my shop. Because on the one that I'm using, it's a made to order one, so I do all of my designs, do mock-ups up on the website. I'm like, yes, this is what I want to make. They give me like a price to sell it for, and that'll give me like a £3 profit, which isn't a lot, especially as I have to end up paying them for it once like the order's gone through. So like you guys will see it and they're like, oh yeah, that looks cool, let me go buy that, and then, you know, you guys are happy, you get your thing, and then the money goes through. But then I have to use that money to pay them for making it for me and for shipping it for me, so I don't get that much profit. But I don't have space wise have anywhere to, you know, bulk buy them myself and then ship them out myself. But that is my plan for the shop at some point, to rent a storage unit and just do auto storage unit, because most storage units let you dump all of your posts with like their posts, so that when a courier comes around it just does everyone's posts, so I don't have to go to the post office myself to do it. So I need a storage unit for that, and then I'm gonna need, you know, obviously a printer and a laptop, because I can't use my laptop because it broke. And I'm not saying it's convenient timing, but I had my laptop like 16 days I think, and then the screen stopped working. Like I turned it on, waiting for it to load up, went on my phone, checked my phone, looked back, oh, the screen's not working. Wiggling the mouse, nothing. Press the enter key, nothing. Okay, maybe it needs to charge. Put the laptop on charge, leave it for 2 hours, wiggle the mouse, press the enter key, nothing. Hold down the power button, nothing. Laptop just stops working. And when I bought it online from Cash Converters, it's got a return date of 14 days online, but if it's in person it's 30 days. So it's like, I'm not saying 16 days is convenient or anything, but you know, just my luck honestly. So yeah, I'd need to get a laptop for that, I need to get a printer, and obviously renting a storage unit is expensive, but at least with the way that I'm doing it now, I just really need to pay once someone's bought it, which is not that bad. And I've got myself a PO box that can be used as a business address, because if I use their house as a business address, my dad would kill me. So it's really handy that I can just find a PO box, because I pay I think £15 a year for it, and it counts as a business address. But a lot of things I can't do for it because you need like a VAT number, and to do a VAT number you have to apply for it to become like an actual shop. But to do that you need to have your revenue off your sales, and it's like, well, I don't make any sales at the moment, so I can't do that. So a lot of stuff won't class you as a proper business until you get that, which is a lot of faffing about. But yeah, it was super easy for me to set up the shop anyway, so it's a really interesting way to do it. And the shop I had originally just, it was very lacking, especially for, you know, being in the UK and stuff. A lot of it was US only, and then if you just bought other things as well as like what was on the shop, so I had a table runner, and then say you wanted a table runner and some placemats to make it look nice, they'd give you 2 separate shipping options. But if you buy like a few things, like you pay twice for shipping and stuff because they'd come from different places. But then on this one, if you buy 2 different keychains and stuff, you'd only pay in 1 delivery fee, but the delivery fee increases, I think, when you buy it. I'm not too sure. But yeah, now that's 2 things for my 2026 resolutions. I'm trying to keep away off like the eat healthy, work out more, because those are the ones that people don't typically keep doing because they're so completely different to what they used to do and they don't, you know, keep up with it. Oh, that's what I need to keep up with. Keep up with Korean language practice. I've been really looking at going to Korea and stuff for a holiday. I haven't been out of the country on a holiday before. Like the last holiday I was on was with my dad and my stepmom when we went to a caravan park, and I didn't really enjoy it because I don't really enjoy their company. So didn't care for it. So if I do want to take myself on holiday, but obviously flights are expensive, places itself is expensive and stuff. And I was like, oh, but if I want to go to a different country, I want to learn the language so I can actually know what I'm talking about and I can understand people. And then I was doing it on Duolingo, but Duolingo is just shit, if I'm honest. It's AI, and a lot of apps and stuff I was using and trying to find for Korean practice, it was just AI, and it's like, you're giving me this robotic voice and I'm trying to learn pitch tones and stuff and accents, and I can't understand it anyway. Like, I'm having hard trouble understanding accents anyway, but then you're giving me a robotic voice and it's not picking up what I'm trying to say because I'm, you know, not doing it right, which is really annoying. So I got to find some textbooks and stuff for it. There's a few on Vinted that have people selling for like retail price, but they've written in it, and they've written it in pen, so I can't even like get rubber and just rub it out, which is really annoying. Because it's like, why are you selling it for retail price if you've already written it in permanent marker? Because who can use that now? You've already written down all of the answers, which is really frustrating. And also when you type in, you know, workbooks for Korean and stuff, it's Learn Korean with BTS, and I don't really listen to K-pop music. I have like 10 songs in my like Korean songs playlist on Spotify. I have like 40 Japanese songs, and then on my regular playlist I've got like over 1,000 songs. I keep on my regular playlist I keep removing songs if I've like had them too many times or if I just don't enjoy them anymore, but then I'll find like 12 new songs to replace the one song that I removed from my playlist, so I just end up not touching that. But yeah, it's like Learn Korean with BTS, and it's like, I'm not really interested in K-pop, so I'm not gonna find that helpful. Haven't watched a K-drama in a while, but I should get back into it because listening is really important. So I guess I should probably get into K-pop to learn it, but I'm just mostly interested in like the culture and stuff, like the temples and the shrines, which is why I'd want to go over there. But a lot of it, when you look like learning and stuff, it just shows you BTS or like K-pop groups and stuff, and it's like, but I'm not interested in that. But yeah, that's 3 halfway. I can't think. Whose bright idea was it to do 6 things? I'm gonna put go to another meetup. Go to another Discord meetup. Because I did enjoy that one. They had one a while ago that was Leeds, and I was like, Leeds is a bit far. I didn't have, you know, the money at the time. I didn't have the holiday days to book off the time, so I was like, I won't go. And then they were talking about Birmingham, and then I was like, I have the time, you know, like I have the holiday days for work, because it was in June. I'm not really that busy during June, so I was like, I've got the holiday days, and where I have, I don't pay for travel in and around London because I have like the special bus pass because I'm disabled. So I only really pay for like the last train, which is the train from London Euston to Birmingham New Street. And I was like, if I can find it, you know, while everyone's planning it right now, if I can find that for cheap, then I'll go. And I found it was like £32 open return, which is crazy cheap. So I was like, well, if I'm only paying £32 for my train ticket, which is going to be like a lot cheaper than, you know, if I bought it from London all the way, like all of the journey there, and that's return as well. I was like, might as well. So I borrowed my stepmom's suitcase, and it was massive because it had so many manga to like give to people when we was doing like manga shops and stuff. I was like, well, I'm gonna buy manga anyway because they got Worlds Apart there and they got Forbidden Planet, and I was like, I've never been to a Worlds Apart, so I ended up going, and I booked the hotel for like a few days, and then I changed my mind. I was like, if I've got an open return, I might as well stay a few days more. So I stayed a few days more, and I did enjoy myself more than I thought I would as well. So they're currently talking about going to Manchester next, but nothing's been really decided. So if I have the days off, if I have the money, if I have enough notice to do it all, then I might, fingers crossed, be able to go. So now we have 4 things. I'm struggling to find 2 more. I thought I'd struggle a lot with the 2025 ones because at the time I didn't have, you know, my YouTube channel and stuff. So I was like, that's going to be hard. And then I got my YouTube channel and then I ended up doing most of them. So now I'm trying to do things that don't involve my YouTube channel because otherwise I'll feel like it's a bit of a cop out. But now it's like, what to do? I can't think. I'm sitting here, you know, hoping ideas will come to me, but they're not. Oh, I know. I've been really wanting to go to, you know, the Hello Kitty cafe in Brighton, and I keep telling myself I'll go. You know, I'll go there. I'll go to Waterstones nearby, you know, for manga and stuff. I'll make a video out of it. You know, I'll stay for a couple of days, see the scenery, which is like not much, but then I never get around to doing it. So I'm gonna put that on there. Go to. I went to type Kitty Hello and it's like that is the wrong way around. Go to Hello Kitty Cafe Brighton. That is not how you spell it. I typed Britain, you know, Briton, and it's like that is not how you spell Brighton. But yeah, it's part of that Artbox thing. So you got Artbox in London, which does like stationery and stuff. There's an Artbox in Korea, in South Korea, in Busan, which is like 3 stories tall. That I really want to go to, but I know I'm going to spend all of my money on stationery that I don't need. So I'm also telling myself, maybe we don't go to Korea until I learn, you know, enough to talk, because then maybe by the time I get around to going there, I won't have the money to spend on all of this stationery. But yeah, they have different themes. They had a Guzutama theme at one point in the Hello Kitty Cafe, and I was really excited to go, and then work got busy and I didn't have the money and I didn't have the days off to go, and I was really disappointed. So hopefully, fingers crossed, at some point I can go to the Hello Kitty Cafe, and hopefully when they have a Gudetama theme. But they changed their themes monthly, and they changed the menu monthly as well. You have to order it online for like a specific day that you go, which is also kind of annoying, because what if I just want to go there and spend at the moment and you can't do them on like the same day that you go? You have to do it in advance. You have to put down a £5 deposit, but the £5 deposit goes with food when you get to the cafe. Like, I understand you got to reserve it because it's a small space, because they got the gift shop on the main floor and then you go upstairs to the cafe. And just drew my finger. So I understand, like, you gotta have a reservation and stuff, But then it is kind of annoying, because what if one day I just wake up, I'm like, you know what I want to do today? Let's go to Brighton. So I do understand it, but it is kind of annoying. So that's 5 things. We have 1 more to go. Celebrate my achievements. Celebrate my achievements. I'm not really good at celebrating my achievements and like celebrating my wins, because growing up we didn't do that. It was just like, if you got like a good score, like your spelling test or whatever, my dad would be like, well, it's not that hard, anyone can do that. Or it's like really downplayed it all and stuff. So it's like, if you got, you know, first place in like anything at school, like competition or whatever, it's just like, it's not that hard, anyone can do it. I've been working at my job for nearly 4 years, and my dad's not once said he's proud of me for getting a job, even though he's been on me since I was like 16 to get a job. So I got one, like peak of COVID, by the way, when it was super hard to get a job. I got a job, and when I was like, no, I don't like that job, get a better job. And it's like, this is the only thing hiring at the moment, because I work in like a pub, and it's like, this is the only thing hiring at the moment, and I've been trying to get a new job for 3 years, because I just ignored him the first year, because like, I want to at least, you know, get used to this job for myself without him, you know, telling me to get a new job every single day I was working. So I ignored him the first year, and then for 3 years since, I've been applying and applying and applying and applying, and nobody is hiring, funnily enough. So, you know, it's just stuff like that that really annoys me. So I don't celebrate my own achievements, because it's like, oh yeah, it's just a minor thing, anyone can do that. So that's going to be one of my goals, because when I end up in that YouTube video, I was like, well, it's not really that big of a thing, because, you know, Lobster helped me, you know, get into it. And then it's like, thinking on it now, it's like, well, it kind of is, because, you know, it's a long video with a load of people in it, and it's like, what do you mean I'm in this, you know, a long YouTube video of like really popular people? But I don't know, it's just one of those things I gotta get used to, I guess. So my resolutions are to go to a convention, preferably the one in Birmingham, get a sale from my shop at some point, keep up with my Korean language practice, because I'm awful at remembering, and I go through phases where it's like, oh, I haven't, you know, done this app in a while to learn stuff, so I'm gonna go do an hour right now, and then I forget to do it for like months. So I need to get a proper routine for that, and then go to another Discord meetup, which should be the Manchester one at some point, maybe. Go to the Hello Kitty Cafe in Brighton, because I feel like that would be fun, be cute to film as well, because I really love Sanrio stuff. Gudetama is my favourite, of course. And then celebrate my achievements. So, nice little list. Of course, even if, you know, it's not bad if you don't do all of them, because, you know, at least you're still doing something that you wanted yourself to do. But again, as I said, it's good if all you did this year is survive, you know, make it through. Because I did that. We did that. We survived. So yeah, I understand if you guys, you know, don't want to do a New Year's resolution list. I'm just doing one for myself, because if I don't have things to look forward to, I end up getting more depressed, which is, you know, something I'm trying to stay away from. So I've got a list of things to do throughout the year, and I can cross them off one by one once I do them. I like writing lists as well, because I like the satisfaction of crossing them out. once I've done them. I was thinking of signing up bullet journaling again, but then there's so many different editions nowadays, and it's like, so long. I want a manga tracker as well, but then it's like, there's so many different things with them as well that people do, and it's like, I just want one to cross it off as I, you know, on like the day that I do it, because I never remember to do it on like the app that I use. Yeah, on the bookshelf app that I have, I can do it based on like the date that I do it, but then I don't mark off the days that I read it on for any of them, so I don't want to start now, and like, because it will make that whole thing look ugly because I've only just started doing it. So I think I might just buy like a cheap notebook and then get like a thermal printer or something cheap, so I can print off pictures of the manga covers and then put them in a notebook with like the days that I read them, like my 5-star rating. But again, I'm not too sure, which is why I didn't put that as one of my resolutions. But yeah, those have been my resolutions. If you want to share your resolutions in the comments, be my guest. I'm not, you know, forcing you guys to do that. But 2026 is the year of the horse, which is what I am, in like the Chinese New Year thing. So 2026 has to be my year, right? That's what I'm telling myself anyway. 2026 is the year of the horse. I'm the year of the horse. It means it's got to be my year. So hopefully I get one of those 6 things done in the year. But you know, we got 365 days, which is fine. Plenty of time to do at least one of them. I'd be happy if I did one of them, because I was struggling with the 5 that I had like for 2025. I did not think I was going to get any of them done. So my YouTube channel was a big help in that, because my YouTube channel was the reason I got all of them done. So, you know. But yeah, again, if all you did is survive this year and all you're going to do next year is survive, that's a-okay. It's been hard, guys. So yeah, this has been my video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you the next time I do a video.